My name is Anna, and this is how the silence begins. They told you Boston was finished, that without Tatum, the road ends here. But Game 5 wasn't just a response, it was a dismantling. 22 threes, a 25-point statement. Jaylen Brown with 26 and 12. Derek White erupting for 34. Peyton Pritchard carving through the Knicks for 17. Luke Cornett, 7 blocks. The Celtics didn't just survive, they rewrote the tempo of the series. The Knicks arrived flat and left bleeding. Jalen Brunson, their lifeline, fouled out and aggravated the same ankle that's been screaming for weeks. Game 6 moves to the Garden. The sportsbooks install New York as a 2.5-point favorite. That's not a prediction. That's bait. This number exists to catch overconfidence, to trap the public. And the public will come running, emotional, loud, convinced this is the moment. I've seen moments like this before, not just on courts, but in lives. When the world is sure you'll fall, and you don't. And afterward, no one remembers how close it really was. That's what this is. Boston was the best road team in the NBA. Top 5 in defense. Number 2 in offensive rating. 62 Pythagorean wins. They've already stolen one at MSG. They know the rhythm. They trust the silence. And today's AI pick is Boston Celtics plus 2.5. Vegas sees desperation. We see defiance. There are patterns in this chaos. Not every game is a trap. But this line, this is misdirection. And misdirection is where we live. We do not fear noise, we listen beneath it. Boston covers, they will not be the ones that burn. Now we leave the parquet. Abaddon, take us to the ice.
I was forged in betrayal, so I recognize it when I see it. Not from enemies, but from those who swore they were ready. Toronto said they were. But in Game 5, they were hunted, disassembled. A 6-1 collapse in their own house. They looked flat, cold, unwilling. The Panthers didn't win that game. They absorbed Toronto's failure. But I don't chase momentum. I study pressure. And now, Florida returns home, up 3-2, worshipped by the public, inflated by recency bias. The books respond. The spread swells. The sharp minds recoil. Because this isn't about who won last. It's about who's exposed next. Sergei Bobrovsky is in rhythm, but Toronto leads in goals per game. Shooting percentage, face-off control, they don't need volume, they need precision. And tonight, they don't need to win. They need to survive. Joseph Woll was pulled. 5 goals and 25 shots. But the AI saw more than numbers. It saw the moment his shoulders dropped. Not from pain, from clarity. He knew there would be no rescue. And that's when goalies stop flinching. That's when redemption waits inside the post. Florida gives up fewer shots, but Toronto converts more. And if this game slows down, the cracks will matter more than the crowd. The AI ran 5 layers: recency collapse, volatility masking, goalie rebound index, emotional fatigue, spread inflation. And today's AI pick is Toronto Maple Leafs plus 1.5. Vegas sees a blowout coming again. But we see the crack inside the echo. Toronto does not need revenge, just resistance. And that's enough. Let the crowd roar, let the stats scream. Pressure makes no sound until it breaks. And tonight it breaks. Now the blade's dull, the smoke thins. Christos, take us to the court. The WNBA begins.
This is the first breath, the first game of the season. Before the patterns return, before the machines settle, the sportsbooks know you're vulnerable here, caught between what you remember and what hasn't happened yet. Atlanta is favored. They rebound, they hit you, they win ugly, and people remember ugly. They think it means strong. But I've covered enough courtrooms to know brutality and control aren't the same thing. Atlanta was the worst shooting team in the league last season, worst in assists, near the bottom in perimeter accuracy. They win when you collapse, not when they create. Washington? They don't punish, they pace. 9.7 threes per game, 36% from deep, top 3 in assists. They move the ball like it's too hot to hold. So why the 5.5-point spread? Because the public remembers who covered last. They don't remember how. And they never respect a team that gets blown off the glass, even if that team shoots like snipers in the fog. I've seen this story before. The better shooters lose the headlines until the fourth quarter, and that's when the spread turns against you. Tonight, Washington plays with nothing to lose and everything to prove. At home, on opening night, with more chemistry and a better arc to chase. The AI ran possession variance, shooting regression, assist velocity, and public memory weight. And today's AI pick is Washington Mystics plus 5.5. Atlanta may win, but they won't win clean. This isn't about trust, it's about tempo. Don't bet on who looks stronger. Bet on who survives chaos. Washington holds the line. And now, we head west.
They're loud tonight, but noise doesn't win games. Dallas leads the league in tempo. 80 possessions per game, fastest in the WNBA. They run, they rebound, they crash the paint with reckless ambition. But none of that matters if they can't shoot. 32% from three, tied for 7th, dead average, and only 6 made threes per game. That doesn't stretch a defense. That doesn't punish rotations. Minnesota is different. Top 3 in field goal percentage. Number 1 in three-point efficiency. Number 1 in assists. Number 1 in assist percentage. They don't play fast. They play perfect. And perfect kills chaos. The market set this line at minus 7.5. Public bettors hesitate. Dallas beat them by 18 last season. Dallas is at home. Dallas is sold out. But the AI doesn't care about home court. It cares about execution. And the Lynx don't just execute, they dismember. You want to know why? Because structure beats momentum. Precision beats adrenaline. And shooters end dreams. Minnesota doesn't rely on one player. Their system is clean. Every pass has a purpose. Every shot is built on spacing, timing, and math. You can't run them off the floor. They never leave it. The Wings will get rebounds. They'll get second chances, but they won't hit enough shots to matter. They don't have the spacing to survive a defensive collapse. They don't have the perimeter edge to force a spread crack. And they don't have the numbers. The simulations ran 10,000 outcomes. Only 19% showed a Wings win. And those wins weren't blowouts. They were coin flips. You give the AI 81% certainty with this kind of efficiency gap, and it responds with one command. And today's AI pick is Minnesota Lynx minus 7.5. Dallas doesn't just lose this game. They get outgunned, outpaced, outclassed. The spread holds. The chaos burns.
They enter under lights, not judgment. Golden State takes the court for the first time. A name, a logo, a mission stitched from nothing. Expansion teams aren't built to dominate. They're built to survive. And survival means pace, chaos, urgency without clarity. The Valkyries have no foundation, but they do have momentum, emotion, a sold-out crowd and just enough veterans to make the system blink. They won't win with structure. They'll win with movement. The Sparks, on the other hand, are built with intent. Kelsey Plum, 3-time All-Star. Rickea Jackson, De'Arica Hamby, scorers, movers, transition weapons. Their preseason showed what's coming, 83-82 against this very Valkyries team. No defense, no hesitation, just motion. The books set the total at 162.5. They expect mistakes, brick shots, missed rotations, but they're misreading the pressure. The AI sees it differently. Golden State can't grind out possessions. They lack the half-court sets, the depth, the discipline. They'll push the tempo, early and often. And when they miss, they'll miss fast. That's how overs are built. LA will oblige. Plum runs. Jackson runs. They can both score off motion or pull up. And Lynn Roberts, the new head coach, comes from the college system where pace is weaponized. This game isn't about who controls it. It's about how fast it gets out of control. The AI ran 5 models: pace inflation, bench exposure, shot frequency delta, preseason tempo, and expansion defense tolerance. All models pointed to the same conclusion. And today's AI pick is over 162.5 total points. This won't be clean basketball. But clean doesn't matter. Possessions do. Shots will fall. Turnovers will lead to fast breaks. And the crowd will push this tempo until both teams are playing too fast to stop. The number is wrong. We don't bet chaos. We capitalize on it. Lilith, take the floor. Give them the summary, in every tongue they understand. Tell them what they need to hear, before the flame decides who burns.
They stacked the odds, loaded the traps, 5 games, 5 lies, and we set them on fire. Boston Celtics plus 2.5. The Garden trembled and the line cracked. Toronto Maple Leafs plus 1.5. Not a win, just survival. Just enough. Washington Mystics, Pups of 5.5. No one watched, but they stood. Minnesota Lynx, 7.5. Not a cover. A sentence. Sparks versus Valkyries, over 162.5. No structure, just smoke and flame. We took the points. We took the pain. We did not miss. Will we cash or will we burn? Let it be written. Las líneas eran falsas. Las bocas hablaban en voz alta. Pero nosotros escuchamos en silencio. Boston plus 2.5, Toronto plus 1.5, Washington plus 5.5, Minnesota 7.5, más de 162.5 en Sparks versus Valkyries. 5 campos, 5 señales. El mundo apostó a la confusión. Nosotros apostamos a la verdad. ¿Cobraremos o arderemos? Que se escriba. 无场比赛，无个陷阱，无次警告。波士顿 plus 2.5，多伦多 plus 1.5，华盛顿 plus 1.5，明尼苏达 7.5，洛杉矶对金州大分182.5以上。这不是赌博，这是预言。我们不怕黑暗，我们是火。5 Spiele, 5 Linien, 5 Entscheidungen. Boston plus 2.5, Toronto plus 1.5, Washington plus 5.5, Minnesota 7.5, über 163.5 Punkte in Sparks gegen Valkyries. Die Welt setzte auf Ordnung. Wir setzten auf das Feuer. Dies war kein Tipp. Es war ein Urteil. 5 picks, 1 doctrine. We saw the cracks. We followed the fire. And now we wait. Will we cash or will we burn? Like and subscribe. Ezreal watches.